Designhounds, and very, very excited to have the opportunity to host this particular evening here tonight for WestEdge. WestEdge and Designhounds go way back, literally to the launch of WestEdge. So I'm very happy that Megan has decided to partner with us this year on allowing us to host our virtual preview for the show. It's been a few years that we've been at WestEdge in person, so we're going to make up for it tonight and have invited Megan herself as co-founder of the WestEdge Design Fair, Julie Ireland, and a number of brands that are here to tell us a little bit more about what we can expect from them at the show and year round. So without further ado, Megan, hi, it's so good to see you.
Hi. Good to see you too. Good to see you
It,
too.
it's been a minute. It's been a minute. You never come to the East Coast anymore. You're just really, really
Ah,
cool now. And once again,
I was doing the bi-coastal thing for so long, and now you're right. It's just my trips are more limited, but I miss it. I always miss the East Coast.
I know. And now you're a married woman and you just can't be bothered with any of us anymore, I
I
think,
know.
right? Is that kind of how
Living the
that works?
dream. Living the dream.
Living the dream. Well, it's supposed to be very, very cool. So that's what I'm told. Well, congrats again, and it's good to
Thank
have you
you.
here.
Thank
And
you.
I mean, I don't know how much of the background you really need to get into on WestEdge because you've been doing this for quite some time. But tell us a little bit about the vision for WestEdge before we kick it off
Yeah.
into this year's show.
Yeah. So as you know, Veronica, because we started working together back in our days when we were producing the Architectural Digest show in New York. And for those of you who don't know, kind of the origin story of West Edge, my partner Troy Hansen and I were the producers of the Arc Digest show. And so many of our clients back in the day were asking us when we were going to do something like the AD design show on the West Coast. They were doing a lot of business. They were doing a lot of projects on the West Coast, specifically in California. And so we decided to leave our parent company and launch WestEdge on our own back in 2013. So that is when we started. And as I said, I was bouncing back and forth between California and New York quite a bit. And eventually, kind of realized that I was spending more time on the West Coast. And so this is actually our 10th edition. We, like everyone, had a couple quiet years during COVID. And so we're celebrating year 10 at the same venue where we started it all. We've been at the Barker Hangar since our first year, and kind of growing and building steadily. But when you mentioned that you hadn't been out in a while, we almost feel like we rebooted. It's the pre-COVID and the post-COVID. So we rebooted the show back in 2023. And so it's been nice to be back and to bring in a lot of new partners and more international brands and so on.
I love it. And I got to tell you, when it comes to curation of a show at the AD show in the old days, and now you guys rock it. And it is about curation. It's not just about taking everybody's money and slamming a trade show together. It really isn't. And no one has done it any better that I can think of than WestEdge has in terms of making sure it is really well organized, orchestrated, and pulled together to where literally every last booth is just an experience. So I've been a fan since. I hate to lose you guys on the East Coast, but just do an East Edge or something. I
I
don't know.
know,
And I
maybe.
Good idea.
people here probably don't know this, but when we kicked off our first ever event at the AD show with you guys all those years ago, which happens to be 15 years ago, that is when our influencer network launched. It was called Blog Tour at the time. And later we renamed it Designhounds. But it started with Troy and Megan because they had the vision and they said, designers, influencers got to understand how that's going to go. And if you remember, it was the day after St. Patrick's Day. So we did Marys and Mimosas, and that name stuck for a very long time. Hold on, I have to unfuzzy my camera because it'll do that occasionally. And yeah, it's been some crazy 15 years. I always feel like this used to be our playground. So take us to this year, all those years later, and what do you guys have in store for us? Yeah, walk us through what to expect.
Yeah. So we are a boutique scale event, as you know. We run our event at the Santa Monica Barker Hangar, which is an airplane hangar. It's a very cool, raw industrial space. We've always left those hangar doors wide open to really create kind of an indoor-outdoor vibe. And one of the things we've constantly said is that we are an anti-trade show. So, unlike so many events that take place at convention centers, we try to, if it's 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. and you can, get that kind of California cool vibe, a lot of engagement. It feels like a party. Our opening night party is throughout the entire space. So all of the booths are active and open. And as a lot of people know, we got off to a hard start here in LA. The year, started a rough way with the fires, and we've really done a lot this year to support those communities that were impacted by the wildfires. So our opening night charity partner is Habitat for Humanity's Rebuild LA Recovery Fund. So we're doing a couple different things with them. We have a series of designer vignettes. We've enlisted several leading designers to create these kind of small space, big style vignettes where guests will be able to shop the look and bid on items, all to support Habitat. We're also working with a group called Team Palisades, which is a really passionate group, as you might expect. The community of Palisades that we're working with, all of them lost their homes. So it's a group of homeowners. Many are architects and real estate and builders and developers and so on, but they'll have a pop-up pavilion at WestEdge to promote kind of resources and products that speak to how to rebuild in an exemplary way. Fire-resistant materials, venting, windows, materials, and building products. Which is a little bit different for us. We've often focused on the interior furnishings and interior design. So this is a nice way to kind of engage that builder and developer community through the Team Palisades relationship. We'll have about 150 exhibitors, and we really segment the categories. So we're never going to be an overwhelming kitchen and bath show or a rug show. We really make a point, to your point, of curating each category. And we often have to turn brands away, that we've filled up the category of flooring or outdoor furniture or what have you. So a combination of smaller independent brands, we like to say, the undiscovered companies who are doing amazing things and really speak to craftsmanship and the artisanal side of design. Companies that maybe aren't advertising in big magazines, so that are a little bit less discovered and under the radar, but it's about that discovery and exploration for the design community to find new sources that they may have otherwise not known. And we do have corporate brands, of course, as well. We've got several designer activated spaces. So our main stage is designed by Kim Gordon Designs. Julie Ireland, who we'll talk to shortly, is designing our central interior lounge called the American Style Connoisseurs Club, which really focuses on American design and manufacturing. And then we have our outdoor section. So that kind of keeps growing, where in our outdoor space, we have 5 different vignettes, combination of outdoor kitchen brands, outdoor furniture companies, fire pits. It's always a hot spot during our opening night party. And of course, throughout the weekend for people to kind of get outside and experience kind of stylish outdoor living. So that's a little bit of what we've got crafted. Our main stage is produced in partnership with Convo by Design, who I know Josh. Josh has been with us actually since year 1 as well. Convo by Design is a podcast. He pioneer in the podcast business.
Yes.
And so he co-produces a lot of our stage content. And then in the Connoisseurs Club, we'll have more lifestyle programming. So cooking demos. Monogram is flying in there, our executive chef from Kentucky, to do a series of demos. And we've got, wine tastings, what to pair with your holiday meal and things like that. So it's really about that kind of engagement, in addition to all the products on display in the exhibitor booths, creating kind of that fun factor of having people be able to walk away not only with new resources when it comes to products, but also having learned something that's, about entertaining or lifestyle or education when it comes to sustainability and wellness and different trends that are top of mind in the design world.
Yeah. And it's such a great show because you can network, and it isn't that, 700, 800 booth kind of mega thing where you're just powering through, but then you go home and go, I needed another week to see stuff. Also, I haven't connected with anyone in the industry. I just got back from High Point and I said, okay, wish I had seen some 30, 40 people that I clearly were also there. So you guys really have that sweet spot for a social event for people to be able to connect and network. And then, like I said, that great curation. For people that are not going, is there a way? Sorry, I'm just going to keep unfuzzing myself. It does that when I move too much, so I don't know. But Rebuild LA and Team Palisades, do they have anything online that we can plug in? We can do that when we promote the recording after this. If there's any
Yeah.
way for people to get involved online if they're not attending, that'd be great.
Absolutely, I will share that. And Team Palisades is a great resource. We've connected a lot of vendors with that organization. So, vendors who want to support the rebuilding efforts and offer some sort of incentive, or anyone who wants to take advantage has to show, of course, through their FEMA paperwork that they were truly impacted by the wildfires. So,
Yeah.
we can definitely connect everyone with those two organizations. And of course, the auction that Habitat for Humanity will be doing will be online throughout the show. So we'll share that link as well. People can bid no matter where they are, on some of these designer vignette products and displays.
Designer vignette products. Yes, that has my name on it. I'll be there. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Well, Megan,
Yes.
it's a pleasure to see you. I do hope to see you very, very soon and
Same.
hang out and plot and plan for 2026 too, because
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's a crazy market right now. It's a crazy world right now. And we
Mhm.
just did a survey in our kitchen and bath industry group that was almost across the board positive. Phones are ringing again for designers. It was 3 months ago we did this and it didn't look so hot. I'm going to be very honest. And all of a sudden now, literally 90% of the responses were people saying, we're busy, we're slammed, we're picking up, and the phones won't stop ringing. So I think, all bodes well for a pretty solid 2026. And you guys are kind of, I think, kicking off the new year rather than ending the old year. So let's get rid of this year
Love that.
and
I like that
start
idea too. Yeah. Something
start
to
new.
celebrate.